much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the show where obvious answers mean nothing and obscure answers mean everything. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, my name's Peter, and this is my wife Liz, and we're from Northampton.
Couple number two.
I'm Sam, this is my dad Mike, and we're from Harpenden.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Alice, and this is my housemate Tom, and we're from Sheffield.
And finally, couple number four.
I'm Amber, this is my boyfriend Rory, and we're from Scotland.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very warm welcome to Pointless. Wonderful to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. He's harder to follow than a car fleeing a bank job. It's my Pointless friend, it's Richard.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome along. We've got two pairs on their final show.
I know.
Today, Rory and Amber, 2 round 1 so far. This is the day.
This is the day,
surely. Alice and Tom, head-to-head last time. Very, very well done up against Paul and Jenny, weren't they, who went through to play for that rather nice jackpot.
Yeah. Yes, Paul and Jenny, I'm afraid, didn't win the jackpot, though. So we're adding another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £8,750. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Now then, you just have to remember that at the end of each round, we eliminate the pair with the highest score. So if you want to get through to that final and play for that jackpot, keep your scores low. Very, very best of luck to all 4 pairs. Our first category this afternoon is names of things. There we are, names of things. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? Yeah. And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns things named after scientists. Richard.
Yeah, on each board, we're going to show you 7 things named after scientists, but can you tell us which scientists, please?
Thank you very much. So, what are the scientists' surnames we are after in these clues? And we have got D. Lamp, portable safety light for miners with a flame enclosed inside a mesh screen. H. Space telescope, orbiting astronomical observatory launched in 1990. E. Flask, conical, flat-bottomed vessel with narrow neck. B. Burner, common piece of laboratory equipment which uses gas to heat objects. F. Cage, earthed metal screen surrounding a piece of equipment to exclude electromagnetic influences. G. Counter, device for measuring radioactivity. And M. Projection, type of map used for navigation charts. There we are. Lisbeth, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
Hi, I'm Lisbeth, and I'm a teaching assistant and in a school in Northampton.
Very good. What are your hobbies, Lisbeth?
I play bowls.
Yeah.
I also like to do Zumba. I like going to do step aerobics as well.
Very good indeed. So you
Yes.
keep fit.
Yes.
Very good. Now, Lisbeth, what are you going to go for on our board here?
Okay, the holoscope, the second one. I'll
Yeah.
go for the holoscope,
Holoscope.
yes.
OK, the Holoscope Space Telescope. Holoscope. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Holoscope. No, sorry, not Holoscope. That scores you 100 points.
Sorry, Elizabeth, tough on that first podium. I'm sure I had a holoscope space telescope for Christmas when I was in when I was a kid.
You would have done.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a 70s toy, doesn't it?
Oh,
Named
like X-ray specs.
Named after Professor Dave Holoscope.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Sam, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all
Thank
about
you.
yourself.
I'm a salesperson. I sell commercial coffee machines to businesses.
These are vending machines, are they?
Yeah, self-service vending machines mainly. So
I
I
see.
didn't spot one in the studio, so
Well, you better do some
Get in with the
salesmanship, I
manager,
think. Yeah,
I was
quite
hoping
right.
you could put in a good word.
What are we looking at in terms of cost?
We can discuss that later.
No, let's discuss it now. I think now. I think absolutely
we could
now.
do with one, forget the studios, we could do with one on set.
We could. Just behind there.
That'd
Every
be
so
nice,
often,
wouldn't it?
I could ask
That would
you,
work well.
tell us all about yourself.
That would work
I just
well.
disappear and you'd hear a cup falling down.
That column would be perfect for it. Just put a little thing at the bottom of the column.
Be lovely, that.
Oh.
Just
What do you do?
imagine.
Cappuccino, frappuccino?
Yeah, everything.
Flat
Everything you
white?
like.
OK. Well, thank you very much indeed. Now, Sam, what are you going to go for?
I'm going to go with Geiger counter.
Geiger counter, the radioactivity measurement device. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Geiger counter. Geiger counter is absolutely right. That goes down to 48. Not bad.
Yeah, well played, invented by Hans Geiger. He then invented a better one with Walter Müller, who is one of his colleagues. So that's the Geiger-Müller counter. But nobody...
We never talk about
nobody
that.
talks about it.
Muller never gets a look in.
He really doesn't. They put Müller in the corner.
They put Muller.
Unbelievable.
Thank you. Alice, welcome back. Tell us more about yourself.
I'm Alice, and I like to go on holiday a lot.
Okay, yeah.
I went,
That's Costa Rica, I think.
It's amazing. Where did you... Did that just come through the...
I got it through round the back there. Sam, that's really impressive.
Good. Thank you.
Anyway, I'll pop it down here.
You're going to be wired for the rest of the show
you
now.
better.
Look at the energy you're going to have.
Whoa, there we go. Sorry, Alice, tell us more about yourself.
I'm Alice, and I study geography, but with that, I like sort of going abroad a lot to go and visit things that might be relevant for my degree.
That's clever. Yeah, very good indeed. Now, Alice, what are you going to go for on our board?
I was going to go for Geiger counter, so I only know, I think, the Hawking Space Telescope.
The Hawking, did you say?
Yes.
Hawking Space Telescope. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. If it is, Hawking. Ooh, that space telescope is really tripping people up. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer. Scores you 100 points.
What if it turns out nobody invented it? It just went up there by itself.
Maybe it's just H from Steps who invented it.
I would not put it past him.
I wouldn't.
No.
Thank you. Now then, Amber, welcome back for your third show.
Yes.
Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. Tell us more about yourself, Amber.
Work in marketing, 26, and I quite like travelling. In the summer, been to South America and did Cuba, Colombia, and Ecuador, and learned a bit of Spanish as well.
That's very good. See, South America from here really is about as exotic as it gets, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very nice indeed. Now, Amber, this is your board. Will you dazzle us, please, and fill in all the blanks?
Okay, so there's one, I was going to say endocrine flask, is that one? And then the Bunsen burner, and I was going to make up Felix Cage. I think I was going to go B for the Bunsen burner.
You're going to say Bunsen burner?
Yeah.
OK, let's see how many of our 100 said Bunsen burner. Bunsen burner is right. That goes down to 62.
Well done, named after the German scientist Robert Bunsen, Bobby Bunsen, although actually made by a guy called Peter de Sager, who was a university technician, but to Bunsen's specifications, so he got it named after him. And Bunsen burner sounds good.
Does sound good.
It's the one bit we remember from school because it sounds kind of funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, shall we have a little look through the rest of this board? The lamp.
Davy.
It's the Davy lamp. Well done, named after Sir Humphrey Davy, would have scored 27. This space telescope.
Hubble.
Hubble, the Hubble Space Telescope, absolutely, named after Edwin Hubble, would have scored 41. Now, this flask.
Oh, I'm less sure of that one.
It's the Erlenmeyer flask. Erlenmeyer flask. Very well done. If you said that at home, would have been a pointless answer. Named after a geezer called Erlenmeyer. The cage. This is someone you've played in a sketch.
Faraday.
Faraday, yeah.
Nice.
The Faraday cage.
Ah.
Absolutely, would have scored you 17. And the projection.
The Mercator.
The Mercator projection. Very well done. And that would have scored 7. So Erlenmeyer, the best answer on the board, but another couple of good answers there too.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. That brings us to the halfway point in our first round. A good opportunity to take a look at our scores. 48, Sam. Hats off to you. Best score of the past. Then we travel up from there to 62, where we find Amber and Rory. And then it's 100 all the way for Alice and Tom and Elizabeth and Peter. All like as you lie there. So Tom and Peter, it's going to be between the pair of you. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more names of things, each with a scientist's surname missing, up on the board, and here they come. We've got V, diagram, graphical method representing logical sets with overlapping circles. H is comet, icy body that reappears approximately every 76 years. T, test, experiment to judge whether a computer can effectively simulate the human mind. P, dish, shallow, circular, transparent container used to grow microorganisms. N's, cradle, toy consisting of several metal balls suspended from a frame by strings. F, lens, flat optical device made up of concentric rings used in lighthouses. And V, D, G, generator, Machine that collects electrostatic charge on a moving belt and transfers it to a metal dome. There we are. Rory, welcome back to Pointless. Tell us more about yourself, Rory.
I'm Rory, I'm 26, working in investment operations. Spare time, quite like to go to like concerts, different festivals.
What is the best, by far and away, best concert you've ever been to?
I've been to Glastonbury like 3 times, I think. That's probably up there, yeah.
Very good. OK, now, Rory, you're on 62. 37 or less, even at this early stage, gets you through.
I think the only one I can remember from physics, a Van de Graaff generator.
Van de Graaff generator, says Rory. Here is your red line. Let's see where we end up in relation to this red line with Van de Graaff generator. It's right. Good enough. Look at that. Down it goes to 21. Through you go. 83, your total.
Through to the second round. Finally, very well done.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Tom. Remind us all about yourself, Tom.
So I'm a second-year architecture student from Sheffield. And in my spare time, I like to cook and bake, but also I like to do like art and painting and drawing and stuff like that.
Do you still life landscapes or?
Not quite a lot of it comes with my course. It's like drawing buildings and
Of
stuff
course,
like
I
that.
suppose, yes, you do.
Yeah,
You have to do that,
but
don't you?
just whatever I can in my free time when I've got that.
Excellent. OK, Tom, you are joint high scorers. How are we feeling about this as a subject, generally?
I know a few of them, but I just don't know which is going to be the lowest. I'm going to go for Halley's Comet.
Halley's Comet, says Tom. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Halley's Comet. No red line is your joint high scorers. Halley's Comet is right. And that takes you down to 57, taking your total up to 157.
Yeah, he was the first person to predict when it would return. He made that prediction in 1705. It appeared in 1759. He was long gone, unfortunately, but was named after him posthumously. That's an annoying thing of not knowing that you've been proved right.
Oh, yes.
Imagine that, and then having it named after him and everyone knowing it.
Everyone knowing it.
It's first seen by Chinese astronomers about sort of 250 years BCE.
Thank you. Now, Mike. Mike, welcome to Point. It's good to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
Yeah, hi, Zander. Well, I've been married for nearly 40 years to my beautiful wife, Tracy. We've got 2 children. There's Sam and his elder sister, Charlotte. And I've recently retired after a career as a geologist in the oil industry.
Well, that's fascinating. Has that taken you all around the world, Mike?
Well, there's various places I've been to. I've been to a few places in Africa. I've worked offshore.
I mean, that gives you a fantastic grounding of all kinds of pointless topics, doesn't it?
Yeah, I hope geography is going to come up.
Yeah, well, we've got to hope so.
Or even science.
Now, 48 is your score at the moment. You are through to the next round, even if you score 100, which I'm sure you won't. Do you want to pick one of those?
Yes, I'll pick the Fresnel, excuse my French, lenses. Fresnel.
Fresnel lens.
F-R-E-S-N-E-L.
Fresnel lens. OK, no red line. You're already through. How many of our 100 people went for Fresnel? It's right. Good work, Mike. I think this is going to go a long way down. Oh, and it does. About as far as I imagine any of these ones do go down. That takes you down to 2, takes your total up to 50.
Very well played, Mike. What a start to your pointless career. Also, much more confident on that answer than remembering the name of your eldest daughter.
Yeah, well...
But hey, listen, you've got to have priorities.
I just want to make sure I got it right.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Peter, welcome to Point. It's lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Peter. I'm a building construction site manager. I've been doing that for 20 years, and before that, for the 20 years as a carpenter.
Where are you based, Peter?
Northampton.
Northampton. OK, excellent. Good stuff. Now, Peter, we have to get a score of 56 or less from you. 56 or less. There's that board. Do you want to talk us through it?
The only 2 I know... Top one on that one. I'll go with the top one, and that's a Venn diagram.
A Venn diagram, says Peter. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Venn. Here is your red line. Can we get you below that with Venn? It's right. Yep, you are through. Very well done indeed. Venn diagram down to 35. Takes your total up to 135.
Well played, Peter. Invented by John Venn, that one. Now, let's take a look through the rest of these. The cradle is...
Nelson's.
Newton's.
Newton's
Newton's
cradle. Of course it's Newton. I did know that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I did know that.
Perfectly
Why would
right.
it be Nelson's cradle, for goodness
I
sake?
know.
That
What
makes no
nonsense.
sense. Newton's cradle.
It's the coffee.
Go you, Sam. Yeah.
28 points for Newton. The dish,
Petri.
Petri, absolutely. Would have scored 52. And the test,
I don't know.
it's the one where you speak to a computer and you're trying to work out if it's a real human being you're having a conversation with.
Oh, yes.
Named after Alan Turing, the
I didn't know
Turing
that.
test.
Turing.
And that would have scored 5. But the best answer on the board, Mike, is Freynell. Very well played.
Very good. OK, thank you, Richard. That brings us to the end of our first round. It means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs, and Tom and Alice. I'm so sorry. It's been lovely having you on all 3 shows, but this really is goodbye. Thank you, Tom and Alice. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Very well done, everybody. We made it through that round. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is food and drink. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns Christmas recipes. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you names now of 5 recipes you'd have found on the BBC Food website in December 2020. Simply looking for any ingredient you'd find in any of the following recipes, please.
Thank you very much indeed. So, as Richard mentioned, we're just looking for any ingredient from any of these recipes. We have got Justine Patterson's 2-hour Christmas dinner, Thane Prince's Christmas pudding, Mary Berry's Christmas trifle, the Hairy Biker's spiced Christmas cake, and Silvana Franco's Christmas mince pies. There we are. Peter, we come to you first.
I'm going to have to play it safe and go for flour.
Flour, says Peter. Let's see how many of our 100 people said flour. Flour's right. Down it goes to 37. 37 for flour.
Yeah, plain flour in 3 of those. It's in the Christmas pudding, the Christmas cake, and the mince pies.
A bit of flour.
Oh, I might have that after the show. Might have that for my tea.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit of flour.
I've got some in my room. Just keep it there with a teaspoon.
Oh.
Get a bit. Could get a bit dry.
Yeah, tell you what you need.
Tell me.
Coffee machine in your dressing room.
You've now got one, of course. It was
Yeah, I've got
installed
a coffee
between those
machine in my
last
dressing-
rounds.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for sorting that out.
He
It's
doesn't
amazing.
hang about, Sam. He's very good. Thank you very much indeed. Sam, what are you going to go for?
Bit of a risk. I like honey roasted parsnips, so I'm going to go with honey.
Honey, says Sam. Well, let's see. Honey, is that in any of those recipes? It is. It is. 37 is the only score we have at the moment, and you passed it. And that goes down to 1, Sam. What about that? 1 for honey.
Nicely done. Yeah, that's in the Christmas dinner, the honey.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And now Rory.
Going to go with something that might seem like obvious, but people might not say. Salt.
Salt. Salt, Rory. Let's see how obvious or otherwise that is. Salt. It's right. 37 the high score, 1 the low. You passed the high score. Look at that, down to 5 for salt. Who would imagine we'd forget salt? 5.
That is clever, though, isn't it? It's
clever.
To be fair. It's in the Christmas dinner. It's also in the Christmas cake, the spiced Christmas cake.
Yeah.
It's got salt in.
Yeah, I like things with a bit, sweet things with a little bit of salt. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. 1, the best score of the past. Sam, very well done indeed. Sam and Mike looking pretty strong. 5 is where we find Rory and Amber. Then up to 37, where we find Peter and Lisbeth. So, Lisbeth, let's have a lovely low-scoring ingredient from you. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? There we are, Amber. Remember, we're looking for any ingredient that you might find in any one of these lovely Christmassy recipes. What are you going to go for?
I don't know if mine's going to be as creative as Rory's, so I'm going to go for butter.
Butter. Butter, says Amber. Let's see how many of our 100 people said butter. You get a red line. There it is. Butter's right. And it gets you through. Very well done indeed. 23 for butter takes your total up to 28.
Look at you now, out of round 1, suddenly in the head-to-head. Who would have thought? That's in all of those apart from the trifle.
Ah, yes.
That'd be quite something, butter in a trifle.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine.
There we go. Thank you very much. Mike, we're looking for a score of 35 or less from you.
Well, this is a tough one, but I'll play it fairly safe. Milk. Milk.
Milk, says Mike. Let's see if milk is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said milk. There is your red line. Milk is right. And it gets you through. Very well done indeed. Milk goes down to 10, taking your total up to 11.
And that one is in the trifle, but also in the Christmas dinner.
There we are. Yes, yes, I can see that. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Elizabeth, you are the high scorers. Even before you've given your answer, what can you give me, though?
Sultanas.
Sultanas, says Elizabeth. I love sultanas. Now, no red line for you, as I'm afraid you are the high scorers. Let's see how many of our 100 people said sultanas. Sultanas is right. And down goes sultanas to 20, takes your total up to 57.
Love the end of the round. Yeah, well played. Yeah, it's in the Christmas dinner. Christmas pudding and in the Christmas cake. You'll be unsurprised to hear. Shall I take you through the pointless answers? Because there's quite a few. There's loads in the Christmas dinner. What would you... is there something you'd have gone for
I don't know. Chestnuts, maybe?
Chestnuts is a pointless answer.
Oh,
for
is
the,
it?
yeah, for the Christmas dinner.
Nice. Yeah.
Christmas dinner, all of these are pointless answers. Sunflower oil, leeks, bread, Brazil nuts, pecans, almonds, thyme, pork sausage meat, rosemary, sage, orange juice, parsley, chestnuts. A lot going on in that Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
For the trifle, there's 5 pointless answers. You could have had pineapple, cornflour, ratafia biscuits, amaretti biscuits, and egg yolks. She doesn't muck about, does she, Mary Berry? For the Christmas mince pies, brandy butter is a pointless answer. Well, I don't know if you said that. 2 pointless answers for the Christmas pudding, breadcrumbs and ground almonds. And for the spiced Christmas cake, all of these are pointless answers. Cashew nuts, lime zest, cardamom, mace, allspice, cloves, rosewater, and orange blossom water.
No, wow.
Lot of pointless
that
answers.
sounds fun.
And we're having all of those things for our tea straight after the show.
Perfect. Lovely. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, that brings us to the end of the second round, which means we have to say goodbye to another pair. Elizabeth and Peter, I'm sorry, 57's not that high a score, but I'm afraid it is the highest score. So therefore, we say goodbye to you for now. We'll see you next show. Elizabeth and Peter. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Sam and Mike, Rory and Amber. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £8,750. But before we play the head-to-head, shall we see if we can't boost that a bit by finding a couple of pointless answers? We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Barbara Cartland novels as they could. Richard.
Yeah, and as always, there's 2 pointless answers up there and 2 incorrect answers as well. So very best of luck.
Excellent. OK, can you find the pointless Barbara Cartland novels from these 6 potential Barbara Cartland novels? Moon Over Eden. Say Yes, Samantha. A Hazard of Hearts. Posting a Letter in Porto. A Dirty Night's Work. And The Prince and the Pekingese.
I mean, good luck, I would say.
There we go. OK. Feel free to chat as a 4. It's important to pool any Cartland knowledge you have.
No.
Complete guess. I'm gonna...
OK.
anything about
And
it.
in which case, Sam and Mike, we come to you first. What are you going to go for?
Should we say Porto? Because I went there.
Go on, then.
I've been to Porto, so I'm just going to go with that one.
Posting a Letter in Porto. Let's find out if that is a pointless Barbara Cartland novel. No, bad luck. Not that. OK, Rory and Amber, do you want to have a go? Talk us through that board. Think through it.
I was just going to guess Moon Over Eden because the rest of them are kind of, I don't know. That one's just a bit random.
Moon Over Eden.
Yeah.
Shall we see? Moon Over Eden, is it a pointless Barbara Cartland novel? Moon Over Eden is right. And it stops on 1. Oh, well, there we are.
Yeah, unlucky. Now, what do you reckon the 2 pointless answers are here? That's what I'm going to go straight in the
I
night.
happen to know A Hazard of Hearts most definitely is a Barbara Cartland novel.
It is,
because it
yeah.
was dramatised hilariously badly.
That's right, with Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, many years ago. A dirty night's work feels a bit too much of a pun, I think. I would go for The Prince and the Pekingese and Say Yes, Samantha, which is too hilarious.
Okay, well,
They'd be my nominations.
let's start with Say Yes, Samantha.
Yeah.
Okay, you're saying that's a pointless answer. Is
I
that pointless?
think so. Hey.
It is. You're 50% there, but are you 100% there? What do you think at home? Prince and the Pekingese, is that the other pointless answer? Let's take a look. He's only gone and done it. Very well done. Yeah, you got both the pointless answers. Dirty Night's Work, the other incorrect answer.
Thank you
Well
very
done.
much indeed. Well, thank you. I'm very proud of that. Bad luck, we didn't find any pointless answers. Let's play the head-to-head. First pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Here's your first question, and it is all about landmarks being renovated. Richard.
Yeah, 5 pictures now of landmarks being renovated, but in which country would you find these landmarks, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal the renovations on the landmarks. A. B. C. D. And E. There we are. Now, Sam and Mike will go first.
Remember that one? Or do you want to go a bit safe?
Well, we think E is Chichen Itza in Mexico.
OK, E, Mexico, say Sam and Mike. Now, Rory and Amber, do you want to talk us through that board?
I think you thought B was Moscow, C is obviously Egypt, and then we go for I think we're going to go for D is Germany.
D, Germany. So we have Mexico and we have Germany. Sam and Mike went for Mexico for E. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Mexico. Mexico is right. And that goes down to 21. Not bad. Meanwhile, Rory and Amber have gone for D and are saying Germany. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Germany. Absolutely right. Neuschwanstein there. And that wins it for you. Look at that, down it goes to 14. Very good indeed. And it means, Rory and Amber, after one question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, very well done. Mexico's right. It's not Chichen Itza. That's the pyramid of the magician in Tamala in Mexico. I mean, it's very similar, and it's So you worked out where it was. You knew that castle?
Neuschwanstein.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Bavaria. Yeah.
Beautiful. Let's look through the rest. We'll start with C, which is obviously Egypt. That's the Sphinx there. Would have scored you 64 points. Now B. It's not Moscow, funnily enough, but you'd have said Russia. You'd have got the point because it's St. Petersburg. And that would have scored you 38. The best answer on the board is A. Any idea at all?
India?
It is not. It's in Iran. Very well done. If you said that at home, would have scored you 1 point.
Marvellous. Thank you very much indeed. Well, now, here comes your second question. Rory and Amber, you get to answer it first. Our second question is all about ducks. Richard.
I'm going to show you 5 dictionary definitions now of 2-word phrases that contain the word duck. We'll show you the word duck for each of them, but we'll and give you the initial of the other word. But what are these 2-word phrases that contain the word duck, please?
Thank you very much indeed. So, can you, yes, supply the missing word from these 2-word phrases? We have got M, duck, a person or thing that initially inspires delight on social media, but is soon revealed to have a distasteful past. Duck, B, a North American type of waterproof lace-up footwear made of moulded rubber with a leather shaft. L, duck, an ineffectual or unsuccessful person or thing. Duck, S, North American slang for a simple task or someone that is easy to overcome. And S, duck, a person or thing with no protection against an attack. There we are. Rory and Amber will go first.
Oh, yeah. What do you think?
Sendok, right? Don't know if Turkish, right?
Okay, start.
I think it's going to be pretty high, but going to go with sitting duck for the ball.
Sitting duck.
Yeah.
Sitting duck, say Rory and Amber. Now, Sam and Mike. Do you want to talk us through that board?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
We're not really too sure, to be honest.
there's lame duck. A North American type waterproof lace-up footwear made of moulded rubber, leather shaft. I wonder if that's
Is that a boot?
duck boot.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Is it definitely lame? Do you
Oh, yeah,
think?
definitely lame duck.
I think sitting. Shall we go with lame? I've never heard of lame duck, but
Haven't you? OK, we'll go, we'll go with lame duck then.
OK, lame
know
duck.
that's right, but
So
it's-
sitting duck versus lame duck. So we have Rory and Amber on sitting duck. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Sitting duck. Sitting duck is right. That goes down to 63. Meanwhile, Sam and Mike have gone for lame duck. Let's see how many of our 100 people got that for an ineffectual or unsuccessful personal thing. Lame duck is right. And it wins the point for you. There we are, back in the game, 46. Which means, after 2 questions, it's 1-1.
Well played. I think you attempted to go for duck boot. Absolutely, it's duck boot. It's a bigger scorer, actually, than lame duck, even though we've all heard of a lame duck and we haven't heard of a duck boot. I guess it was just the number of letters. Would have scored you 53. The North American slang for
Duck
simple
soup?
task. Duck soup, apparently. Yeah, obviously it's a Marx Brothers movie, but that's what that means. Apparently 5 points. Now, do you know this top one?
No.
It's good. It comes from a tweet from 2016 and became a huge meme now. Milkshake duck. Milkshake duck. And it would have scored you 1 point.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, now here comes the third question. Whoever wins this one goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot. Big old jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Our third question is all about political leaders of the 1970s in alphabetical order. Richard.
Yeah, 5 political leaders now of the 1970s. We're going to show you their first name and their surname. Both of those are in alphabetical order, and the country they were a leader of.
I see. So alphabetical anagrams of these political leaders. Here they are, 5 of them. We have got Adhlor Ilnozru, UK. Edilno Bernvz, USSR. Ijme Asert, USA. Adglo Aimer, Israel. And Adiner Adghin, India. There we are. Sam and Mike will go first.
Well, we knew a few. I was around at that time, so that helps. But which do we think's the lowest scorer? We think probably Indira Gandhi.
OK, Indira Gandhi. Say Sam and Mike. Now, Rory and Amber, can you talk us through that board?
We only know one of them, which is Harold Wilson. Is it Wilson? Yeah, Wilson. And then we're going to guess Jimmy Carrot.
Carrot.
C-A-R-R-E-T.
Okay.
Sorry, maybe we wouldn't have guessed that.
What would you like to go for?
The Harold Wilson.
Harold Wilson. OK. So we have Indira Gandhi and we have Harold Wilson. Sam and Mike have gone for Indira Gandhi. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Indira Gandhi. Indira Gandhi is right. That's a good answer. Down it goes to 18. Meanwhile, Rory and Amber have gone for Harold Wilson. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Harold Wilson. Harold Wilson is right. That goes down to 29, and that means very well done indeed. Sam and Mike, after 3 questions, you're through to the final 2-1.
Very well played, gents. Oh, I wish you'd gone for Jimmy Carrot. The US president is
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter. Biggest scorer up there, though, would have scored you 50 points. Israel?
Golda Meir.
Golda Meir, absolutely. She would have scored you 9 points. The best answer on the board?
Leonid Brezhnev.
Leonid Brezhnev, absolutely. Would have scored 7 points. Very well done if you said that at home.
Thank you very much indeed. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, and in fact leaving pointless for good now. Rory and Amber, you've played a blinder today. It's been lovely having you in the show, but I'm afraid this is where we say goodbye. Thank you so much for coming to play. Rory and Amber, lovely to have you on. But for Sam and Mike, it is now time for the pointless final. Congratulations, Sam and Mike. You have fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £8,750. All that remains between you and that jackpot is a pointless answer. What is going to help you win? What would you like to see come up in this round?
We'd love a bit of sport. He's a geologist, so geology or
geology would be lovely.
geology would be good. It's quite
actually,
niche, but
I really like lighthouses. I know we've already had
That
a
already
question
came
on
up.
that, so classical music would be very nice. Some of yours
OK,
stuff.
very good. Well, let's see. Let's see what we've got for you. We've got Jamaica, film clubs, Paul Weller, Champions League finals. What are we thinking?
I can more or less tell you now that
should we do Champions League?
football.
Yeah, we'll go to Champions League.
I'm assuming it's football Champions League. So
Well, let's find out. That's what you're going to go for.
Yeah.
Well, we always say we give away the jackpot on sports questions more than any other one. So very, very best of luck, gents. We're looking for any of the following, please, to win that very, very nice jackpot. Looking for, first one is the hardest, anyone who's refereed a Champions League final from 1993 through to 2020. We're looking for any manager or head coach of a Champions League finalist, again, 1993 to 2020, or any player who started a Champions League final for more than one team, please.
Thank you very much indeed. As always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of the answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
yes.
Let's put
ready?
60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Ancelotti in the Champions League.
Yeah,
what about Zlatan Ibrahimovic?
Yeah,
Because
so,
he won.
yes.
Um,
Manager, coach of Champions League final. So let's think of someone
Jose
obscure.
Mourinho, but
ones.
that's obvious. Champions League. Champions League
who's one of the
final.
finalists recently who hasn't won it? So maybe Rinus Michels. Oh no, that's going back a bit.
Ajax, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's
Before it was Champions League.
European. So what have we
Champions
got?
League final. So we've got Zlatan Ibrahimovic who plays. Samuel Eto'o.
Yeah,
No,
so
it was
Champions
just
League.
Barcelona, wasn't he?
United, Chelsea.
Oh,
Anybody
Ronaldo,
play?
Cristiano Ronaldo,
Yeah,
obviously.
it's
That's so
obvious,
obvious, yeah.
Head coach of Champions League final.
Who's the head coach? Ancelotti's on it, hasn't he?
10 seconds left.
It's got Ancelotti.
Manager, coach of Champions League finalists. I can't think of it.
I've gone blank.
Yeah,
OK, that is your time up. What 3 answers can you give me?
We're going to go Zlatan Ibrahimovic, do you think?
Yeah.
For one of the players. What's his first name? Ancelotti.
Carlo Ancelotti.
Carlo
That's as a
Ancelotti.
manager.
First answer,
It's going to be
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah,
Ibrahimovic. For which category?
For the players. Ancelotti.
Carlo Ancelotti. as a
Carlo
manager.
Ancelotti. For the middle category.
For the middle category, please.
Yeah, and then Roberto Di Matteo
And
for
Roberto Di Matteo
as
for,
a manager.
as a manager. OK,
Good shout.
Also, so we've got 2 managers and 1 player.
Yeah, that's a great shout.
OK, very good indeed. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer, do you think?
Di Matteo, I think.
OK, Di Matteo will put last. Least likely to be pointless?
Zlatan.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic will put first, and then Ancelotti goes in the middle.
Yeah.
Lovely. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Carlo Ancelotti, and Roberto Di Matteo. Well, 3 good answers on the board there. If one of these were to win that jackpot for you, £8,750, what would you like to do with it? Sam, I'm going to ask you first.
Well, we love going to the darts at the Ali Pali at Christmas, so I said I'd take my dad and a couple of mates there, so...
That would be fun. Mike, how about you?
Well, I like lighthouses, I may have mentioned, and I'd love to take my wife away for a romantic weekend or perhaps a week with this money to stay in a lighthouse.
Well, that'd be nice.
fantastic.
Great. Anyway, OK, now let's find out. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is your first answer. In this case, we're looking for any players who started a Champions League final for more than one team. You've gone for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Let's see if it's right. Let's see for £8,750 if he's pointless. Oh, no. Bad luck. Not right in that category. Let's hope nobody said your next answer, Carlo Ancelotti. In the next 2 cases, we've gone for managers and head coaches of Champions League finalists. Carlo Ancelotti, if he's pointless, will win you £8,750. How many people said it? Carlo Ancelotti, absolutely right. Zlatan Ibrahimovic was an incorrect answer, but down we go with Ancelotti through the 20s, into the teens, still going down in single figures, still going down with Carlo Ancelotti. Very well done indeed, down to 2. That's a great answer. Fabulous score. Annoyingly, we only accept pointless answers in this round, so we have to turn to your third and final answer. Roberto Di Matteo. Again, it's managers and head coaches of Champions League finalists we're after. For £8,750, is Di Matteo a pointless answer? It's right. Ibrahimovic was incorrect. Ancelotti took us all the way down to 2. Down we go with Di Matteo, into single figures, still going down, passing 2-1. Oh, bad luck. Oh, well, at least it was broadly in the field you requested. And I dare say, probably even now, all kinds of pointless answers would come flooding into your heads.
Yeah.
I'm afraid you didn't manage to find the pointless answer you needed in the minute we gave you, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot, but you do win today's trophy. So very, very well done for that, Sam and Mike.
Unlucky, gents. I felt for you for a number of reasons. That 60 seconds firstly is tough. Yes, Zlatan's never played in a Champions League final, amazingly. Chelsea was a way to go. There's a Chelsea answer, which I'll give you in a minute, which would have been a pointless answer. And also, right at the start of your 60 seconds, you mentioned Samuel Eto'o, who would have been a pointless answer, would have won you the money. That's really, really unlucky.
That's typical.
He slipped your mind halfway through. Let's start with the referees. There's some pointless answers here that people would have got. Bjorn Kuipers, Lubos Michel, Nicola Rizzoli, Philip Don. Philip Don was a pointless answer. Everyone pointless there, apart from Kalina, Mark Clattenburg, Howard Webb and Kim Milton-Nielsen. Everyone else is pointless. Now, here's where the bad stuff starts. We'll take a look at those managers and head coaches first. Fabio Capello, who won with Milan. Hans-Dieter Flick, the Bayern manager, was a pointless answer. Louis van Gaal, Vicente Del Bosque. You could have had, as Chelsea, Avram Grant was a pointless answer. Didier Deschamps was pointless. Frank Rijkaard was pointless. Deschamps and Rijkaard also both pointless as players who started for 2 or more teams. Johan Cruyff, Jupp Heynckes, Luis Enrique, Lippi, Allegri, Ottmar Hitzfeld. Thomas Tuchel as well was a pointless answer, talking of Chelsea. And now on to those players. Loads of names you're going to know here, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Angel Di Maria, Edgar Davids, Michael Ballack, Samuel Eto'o. You could have had Pirlo, Ashley Cole as a pointless answer, Carlos Tevez, Claude Makélélé, Dani Alves, David Villa, Deco, Edwin van der Sar, Morientes, Inzaghi, Jaap Stam, Javier Mascherano as a pointless answer, Keylor Navas, Owen Hargreaves, a pointless answer, Marcel Desailly, Ricardo Carvalho, so many Chelsea people here, Sami Khedira, Tony Kroos as well. All of those are pointless answers. Very well done if you said one of those at home. And you skirted round so many of them. Unlucky, gents.
Thanks very much, Richard, and thanks, Sam and Mike. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That'll therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £9,750. Join us then, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.